200,000 active sellers and it's growing 25% every single year, where 95% of everything on the site is being sold by third-party sellers like you and me. And most people are still sleeping on it. I'm talking about Walmart Marketplace. This is not the Walmart you ignored 3 years back. This is different beast. And the sellers who figured this out right now, before it gets crowded like Amazon, they are the ones who are going to eat. So let's talk about what's actually happening, what the data says, and exactly what you need to do to win. Alright, now you know that the Walmart is getting competitive, but compared to the state of Amazon, Amazon is now the top online marketplace and the active sellers about 1.9 millions. eBay 18 million active sellers worldwide. Target Plus around 1200 sellers. But it's invite only, so forget it right now. Notice that Walmart sits right in the middle. Not as crowded as Amazon, not as locked down as Target, and growing faster than anyone expected. And here is the part most people miss. 95% of products on Walmart.com are listed by third-party sellers. That means Walmart needs sellers. They are not competing with you. They are building the marketplace around you. So the question isn't, should I be on Walmart? The question is, why I am not already there? Alright, let's be honest about what you are walking into. About 34% of Walmart active sellers are China-based, mostly in electronics, home goods, the commoditized stuff. They are fast, they are cheap, and they will price slash you into next week if you are playing in their lane. But, and this is important, category saturation on Walmart is not uniform. Some niches still wide open. Branded products, unique SKUs. There are sellers out there right now with barely any real competition, pulling solid margin and wondering why more people aren't showing up. Other categories like generic phone cases, basic kitchen gadgets, unbranded home goods, those are already saturated. You don't want to go there. So the first move is knowing where the field is empty. Because you are not competing against 200k sellers. You are competing against whoever in your category. And that number might be way smaller than you think. If you already have a product, that's awesome. If not, then product research is your next step. And when you are choosing, you really just need to answer 3 simple questions. What's the demand? How tough is the competition? And is it profitable? From this screen, you can see grocery leads on Walmart about 59%. Next is general merchandising with 24%. Then health and wellness, and finally other categories. So you already know where the demand is. To dig deeper, tools like Helium 10 or Jungle Scout can help. You can use X-ray in Helium 10. This is for product research. You can see how competitors are doing, what items sell the most, and all the other necessary info. You can check this out. Alright, so you find your product, now need to list and then sell on Walmart. Pretty simple, right? Not really. First, Walmart doesn't just let anyone list whatever they want. They care about product authenticity, brand approvals, GTIN or UPC matching, category restrictions, shipping templates, pricing, performance metrics. So step 1 after finding a product is compliance. You upload your listing, you optimize your title, you write bullet points that actually convert, you add clean images, then Walmart quietly runs your listing through their internal quality filters like, is this legit? Is this competitive? Will this embarrass us? If anything smells off, your product gets buried so deep, it starts seeing fossils. We already broke this entire process step by step in our full video on selling on Walmart. I'll give the link in the description below. Go check this out. Now let's go deep. What the winning sellers are actually doing. I'm going to give you the data here because this is where it gets real. Performance standards. These ones wild. Walmart run the numbers on their own sellers. Sellers who met all performance standards. Things like order defect rate, on-time shipping, that kind of stuff. They saw 40% more views, 40% more orders, 30% higher revenue, and 10% better customer ratings. That's not a small edge. That's the difference between a business that scales and one that flats. And it's all operational. Just show up properly on the platform and you are already ahead of a huge chunk of sellers who don't. Fulfillment. This one's non-negotiable. Walmart has their own fulfillment service, WFS, which means Walmart Fulfillment Services. And sellers using it are seeing about 50% higher GMV on key products compared to those fulfilling themselves. Why? Because WFS means faster delivery, which means Walmart pushes your listing higher. It's the same thing as FBA on Amazon. Fulfillment isn't just logistic, it's all about algorithm lever. Advertising, the multiplier nobody talks about. Here is a number that hit me. Sellers running Walmart Connect ads, their version of a sponsored product are seeing 7 times the sales of sellers who don't advertise. 7 times. And these aren't sellers with some secret sauce. They are just showing up in search, bidding on the right keywords, aligning their spend with seasonal spikes. That's it. The baseline for advertising on Walmart is still low enough that this kind of return is real. Now talk about your actual playbook. Here is how I have approached Walmart in 2026 if I was starting on scaling right now. Step 1. Pick the right category. Don't go where China sellers are racing to zero. Find the sub-niches, find the branded angle. Find the product that has demand but not a wall of competitors underneath. Use Walmart's trending keyword reports, use seller-centered analytics, let data tell you where the opening is. Step number 2. Nail your listing. This should be obvious, but so many sellers skip it. High quality images, lifestyle shots, title with real search keywords in them, description that actually answers what the shopper is thinking. And reviews. You need a system to grow reviews legitimately because social proofs is everything. A basic listing on Walmart competes at the bottom. An enhanced listing competes for the buy box. Step number 3. Use WFS. I know it feels like one more thing, but the 50% GMV lift data is hard to argue with. Let the Walmart handle fulfillment and let the algorithm reward you for it. Step number 4. Advertise from the day one. Not spray and pray. Start with sponsored products, learn what keywords convert, scale what works. Align your budget with peak seasons, Q4, back to school, major holidays. The sellers doing 7x aren't just spending, they're spending smart. Step number 5. Protect your margin. This is where sellers die. They chase the price war and they win the battle and lose the war. You don't need to be the cheapest. You need to be competitive and profitable. Use historical pricing data, know your floor, build bundles or exclusive products that can be directly price compared. Look, I'm not going to sell you on Walmart like it's some untapped goldmine with no competition. It's not. 200,000 sellers is real. The China-based sellers are real. The performance bar is real. But here is what also real. Walmart is not Amazon. It's not 1.9 million sellers deep. The performance gap between good operators and everyone else is still enormous. The ad costs are lower, the category openings are still there. The sellers who move now, who build the system, use WFS, run smart ads, and pick the right niche, they are going to look back in 2 years and say, this was the window. And the seller who wait, they will look back and wish they didn't. That's the play. Now go make it.